All right, so he says black has superseded swart in generative use as a color name. C-E-N, which I suppose is English. Blackamoor, Blake, Ethiopian, Negro. Blackmore, Blackmoor, Dunbar. Also Blackmorian, C. Moore. And this source is from the Oxford Dictionary of English Etymology by Charles T. Onions. And this is the link, www.oed.com. So let's break this definition down. So explain what the macron and what we're reading and all of these different things that we're looking at. Expound on that.
So we're going to use chat. I sent you a link for chat so that we could be specific with the macron. But
So before I pull that up, do you want to say anything about this?
this source is significant because it's an etymological source, and it's clearly informing you that wart, which is the core to swarthy, was replaced, or it says superseded, same thing, superseded with black. So black and swart or swarthy are synonyms. They are synonymous. Ultimately, older literature that pre-exists the use of black would use swart. So you find some of this old English literature going back before the introduction of BLACK, the term swart is there, and that's synonymous with what we know as black.
Mm.
So we can move on. I wanted to show this just to point out that you notice how it tells you to see more.
Mm-hmm.
And it also references Ethiop, Blackamoor, Blackmore, Negro. These terms are all synonyms. They're synonymous. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
So with that, what would be the purpose in one saying there were more as opposed to Negro, Black, or Ethiopian, or any of those other terms? What's the significance? If they're all synonymous, what's the significance of using more as an identity over the others?
I think it's context. I think it's context. I think it comes down to context. Negro, we know, is first introduced in the 1500s or late 1400s. So it's combined with Moros, where we get the Portuguese Moros Negros, right? Which in turn turns into English as Blackamoor, because we know Negros means black, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's about the context is why they are context and language, rather. The context and the language.
Let me frame it like this. What benefit does a Black American, an FBA, and an Aboriginal Indigenous, what would be the significance of our people in application using more as opposed to any of the other terms? I understand you're saying the context, but
You're moving a little bit too fast. You move a little bit too fast. All right, but
no. Okay,
I
okay.
wanna get to this. I wanna get into this origin first, but I'm gonna answer
Okay,
that.
no. Okay,
I'm gonna say
you
that
want to wait?
I'm put it out there. We can come back.
Okay,
We can circle back. The significance to more would be political significance. For
okay. That's
example,
that's what I want to get at.
federal, not just political, but political and pre-Columbian historicity.
Pre-Columbian,
Pre-Columbian
pre-colonial.
historicity. For example, Federal Directive 15 uses the phrase black racial groups
Mm-hmm.
when you go to black or African American, right?